So I'd had many years of financial technology experience over the years, and was leading projects within banks and within financial institutions. Was laid off in 2017. Was looking for a job, and I was listening to the radio on NPR, and they were talking about how in the U.S. Army, as part of the Iraq War, what the U.S. Army had done is they had built hundreds of thousands of decks of cards. And on each card, there was a different terrorist, so that the soldiers, when they were playing cards in the desert, could learn more about the people that they were looking for. And I thought, you know, I need to create a Christmas gift for the family. I don't think they need terrorists. But if I were to replace the family members onto the cards, wouldn't that be kind of a cool idea? So they can kind of have card games, grandmothers with grandchildren and stuff, to spend some quality time, but also learn more about the family and share each other's stories. So that's what I did. I created a deck. This is the current iteration, and my first one is I have over there, but I just did that manually, and it took a ton of time. It took a ton of time for me. Because I had to interview family members to find out, you know, what are the birth years, who are you married to, what are your kids' names, and 52 different people. So I created the deck, handed them out as Christmas presents to 20 family members, and they loved them. They really did. And they said, Tim, I'm sure other people would love to have this. And I said, yeah, but boy, it's so much work to assemble the data. I think it's probably more than people are willing to do. So I got to thinking. I said, you know what? There's a whole host of genealogists out there who have done this work. And they've investigated who their family is, and they've documented all that on Ancestry.com and MyHeritage and all these different genealogy sites. And if we could just find a way to extract that data and put it onto the cards in a programmatic way, I'm sure people would like it. So I got to looking at the way that the data was saved on these different genealogy sites, and I found ways for us to be able to extract it in a secure manner. And I started the business. This was actually back in March of last year. In 2018 was really when I started the business. And I hired a team of developers, and a design person and a marketing person more recently to help me create the decks. And we went live on November 23rd, I think it was, this past year. Anyone could print these. Wrong. The idea about printing is, and the way that printers make money, and actually the way that printing is efficient for everyone that uses it, is you set it up once and then print 1,000 copies. If you think about it, these decks could literally be one setup, one copy. Tear that down. Next setup, one copy. So it's difficult to get printers to take this on. So I found a guy in Nashua, ironically. And I was calling to a lot of different places, and nobody wanted to touch it because of the inability to try to find an economy of scale for it. So found a guy in Nashua, Alpha Graphics. They're awesome. They've been dynamite, and they love the idea, and they're looking for ways to make this work. So they've been excellent.